Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road in Rose City. See what thousands are raving about, creating a delicious variety of award-winning Michigan wines. Stop by and taste for yourself. The taste of Michigan is yours at Rose Valley Winery. Canyons Lakeside Resort and Marina, located on the shores of beautiful Sage Lake. Get away to their newly remodeled, beautiful bed and breakfast or their historic 13-room hotel. Special events and activities for all ages. Call now or go online for more information on this Michigan treasure. Hale Hardware, your do-it-center at Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving Northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Michigan Magazine. I'm Barry Stutzman. Glad you could join us off the beaten path. Today's journey takes us to Native American musician and songwriter Silver Fox Lopez. We talked to Silver Fox about his dreams and plans to bring a powwow to Northern Michigan. His 13 Moons Pow Wow. Then we visit a woodcarver called Joe Hall. Joe carves wonderfully whimsical creations for kids and kids at heart at his home in Northern Michigan. Then we have another shelter story on tap. We return to an area animal shelter to talk about an ongoing effort to encourage the adoption of pets who, for no fault of their own, find themselves in county pounds. We also relate to you the good news of some strays or abandoned pets finally finding their forever families. Stay tuned, it's all coming up on Michigan Magazine.
Vacation. Don't make the planning of it more than what you're trying to get away from. At northernmichigancabinrentals.com, you can choose from over 2,500 cabins, cottages, lodges, resorts, lakefront vacation home rentals, and more. Whatever experience you're looking for, from rustic to luxury and everything in between. No more rustling with telephone books. No more endless internet searches. Just one site with over 2,500 Northern Michigan destinations. northernmichigancabinrentals.com.
Michigan is a tapestry of culture and heritage, from indigenous Native Americans to explorers and adventurers who've made their way here from all corners of the world. It's a state some say is represented by the very handprint of God or the Creator. Those who call Michigan home are very protective of its natural and cultural treasures, willing to share, but with a deep sense of stewardship. All are welcome to come, visit, set roots here, make it your home. But if you leave it as you found it. Those who first claimed Michigan as home are many in number here in the state. The indigenous Native Americans, despite the rough and cruel road they've traveled, caused by cultures colliding, have again began to ascend like a phoenix and soar like an eagle. At our Michigan Magazine Museum just south of Cummins on M33 in Oscoda County, we've come to appreciate our Native American neighbors. We've learned much through special events coordinated and held on the grounds. Our sculpture, Native America, has served as an inspiration and a beacon to passing Michiganders. Now, Michigan Magazine TV and Museum is pleased to tell everyone of the exciting news of an upcoming sacred powwow to be held on the museum grounds in 2013. It's being organized and planned by our Native American friend Silver Fox Lopez of Montmorency County. Silver Fox is known throughout the U.S. as an accomplished and talented flute player.
Native American flute has been around for many, many years. It's been one of the staples of our music, as well as the drum. The Native American flute derived from the tale has it that the trees off of the willow trees, the hollowed branches and everything would create this whistle sound. And so a lot of the native music that you hear is kind of like out of the wild, you know, all the sounds that you would hear out in the wild. So it derives from that tale there.
I see. So what you're doing is playing an instrument that kind of replicates or is inspired by the actual nature that surrounds it.
Exactly. That's what it was on. Then I just added a little twist to it by adding modern music that was written and created by my wife's youngest son, Jordan Wagenti, from the Whitmore Lake, Michigan area. He started putting some stuff together for me in 2009. But prior to that, it was my brother Two Smokes on guitar and me that we have a CD, an acoustical CD called About Your Tears. And we were touring that for many, many years. And then in 2009, when I met Katharina here, or Kaya, Jordan came into the picture and started writing some beautiful music with us. Music that we had difficulty trying to explain to people what it was. So instead of trying to explain to them whether it is blues or whatever, we decided to call the music Tribal Fusion, and that's where the Tribal Fusion CD comes from. These are your Plains Indians flutes, 6-hole chording flutes. And basically what you got here is each one, it's like a harmonica, and they each come in a different key. So, this is in the key of F sharp. Then I've got my, this one here is what we use on Living in the Forest, and it's in the key of E. And it's a higher pitched flute. So the smaller and the thinner, the louder. And then you have your more thicker ones here. And then, of course, I got the bass flutes that I don't have here with me now, but they're on stage. And then basically what we do is we blend them. And with the Tribal Fusion music, that is modern music that was written by this 17-year-old. So I'm able to blend it with a lot of different type of styles. And Kaya and I are basically on tour. We've been on tour here in the Michigan area since 2009. Well, we've been touring the Tribal Fusion for many, many years now. Michigan has been very, very good to me. It has been, actually, it's been great to me. It has kept us alive and kept food on the table, and we are so grateful for that, because Michigan is home to me now. I have to say that the best people in the whole world have got to be people from Michigan. I'm from Texas. And Texas is a big state, but I'm going to tell you something. The people here in Michigan have really come to embrace us, and we're having a lot of success here in the Michigan area.
We're also planning a powwow.
Okay.
That will be September 21st of 2013.
Okay.
It is the fall equinox. And it's the 13 Moons Pow Wow, and it's honoring the 7 grandfathers. I've been writing an article for a couple different newspapers.
13 Moons Pow Wow celebrates Native American culture here
you go.
at the Michigan Magazine Museum. Your very own there, Barry. It's going to be such a great thing to have this at that location, because when I was looking for a venue to hold this place, I actually visited many, many different venues. But the minute I went to your place and I looked at that and I heard about Boiling Springs being right around the corner, I said to myself, you know what? This is home. Yeah. And then you walk in and you drive into this magazine area or the museum, and you have this big Indian head there, made out of stone. I told her at that point, this is home. This is where home's going to be for the 13 Moons Pow Wow.
Well, we look forward to that, and of course we've got some nesting eagles close by that soar over anytime anything like that happens in the area, which I think is a good sign.
I think that would be very sacred. When something like that happens, you know that there's a significant value to that, and you know that if the natives see that as they're dancing and everything, things are probably going to stop for a second or two while we honor that, if that comes about. You can bet on that. Anybody can help get involved. We have a production company called Dini Productions based out of Atlanta, Michigan. You can contact us at 361-779-9730. That'll be Kaya's number there, and Kaya will inform anybody on that. Our general idea is to have it as a one-day event right now, the very first one, and then we'll grow into a 2-day event the following years, or the year following that. But we intend on having drums, hopefully up to 6 drums, at least 6 different drums, all kinds of dancers, the grass dancers, hoop dancers, dancers of all kinds. We hope to have anywhere from 100 to 300 different types of dancers. But my goal is to have at least 1,000. And so we're hoping big. And that's the way I like to plan things, is plan things bigger, in a bigger scale. So we look forward to it. And after the powwow is done at the evening, we're going to have an hour and a half to 2 hours of Silver Fox playing the flutes as a grand finale. And the reason we're having the powwow a year from today is, and these articles is to inform and educate the public what a powwow is and what it consists of, and have everybody educated prior to coming to the powwow. This way, when they get there, they know the etiquette and they know the different types of dances that are going to be performed, to kind of respect the whole thing, because it is a respect thing. It's not about just going out there and dancing and everything. It's a heritage. It's a culture that we really admire and cherish, and it's just a culture that that's sacred to us. To be around that sacred circle, the sacred circle being the area where the dancers are all in, very, very important to us. So it's something that we really look forward to and hope to educate all who are involved in it.
Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Remembering Good Times and Great Food. Frank and Lisa invite you to Tin Lizzie's in Mile for a blast back to the 50s and 60s when food was made from scratch, including home-ground Angus burgers. A full menu of great food and good memories await you at the new Tin Lizzie's of Mayo. Discount Foods Downtown Mayo. Find national name brand foods and merchandise at sharply discounted prices. Shop the smart way and please the family without breaking the budget. Discount Foods Downtown Mayo. Hinchman Acres Canoe Livery and Resort on M33 just north of Mayo, catering to the outdoor enthusiasts. Cabins, canoes, kayaks, rafts, and more. Daytime or overnight trips along the world-famous AuSable River. A family getaway for over 75 years. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, what began as a crazy idea among 9 police officers to purchase the historic Clare City Bakery quickly became an international phenomenon, carrying on a Michigan tradition with delicious donuts, pies, pastries, breads, original coffee, and more, plus a full menu at the new adjacent Traffic Stop Diner. Downtown Clare, a winning combination, Cops and Donuts. Near the shores of Lake Huron, where the AuSable River flows, on a rainy day or snowy morning, you'll find a modern-day Geppetto carving from the wood of area forests, dolls, and toys. He's Joe Hall, and from his AuSable, Michigan workshop, he's created one-of-a-kind wooden characters. During the summer months, Joe's a construction worker, but when the cold winds sweep through northern Michigan, Joe retreats to his garage workshop, where he loses himself in a self-taught art that is drawing local acclaim for its quality and originality. An art he's perfected after first being inspired by his daughter.
Well, my daughter was making cloth dolls, and it was a good hobby for her, so I decided I'd make her some head and hands, and she could make the body and the clothes. I've been monkeying with wood for probably 30 years or more. I worked over at a shop over here, and I used to make decoys for the guys.
The unique thing I too see about these dolls is that you don't cover up the grain, you bring the grain out. There's no paint really on this.
No.
Why is
very, very little. There's a little on the lips and the eyes, of course, and then there's, on this doll right here, there's very, very little on cheeks, but their wood grain still shows through.
Now some of these have cloth bodies, but the one that you're working on up there has a totally wooden body.
All wood. Well, Marguerite Schellenbarger is the one that told me I should try making these out of all wood.
All wood.
And then she told me that they call this a peg doll because you can take the arms and things off.
Now, yeah, of course you carve these piece by piece and then put them together.
Right.
I was wondering how you'd put these joints in like that. And,
well, all I did was I sit down with a piece of paper and try to figure out how to do it. This is where I get all my plans.
So you're kind of a self-taught doll carver here.
See, that was some idea I had right there for a body. This doll right here, well, this is the picture that I was looking at when I did this doll.
So you do have inspiration as far as actual...
on three of them I have, but the rest of them, like this one here, I just sit down and was just... I just did it.
And this is a totally wooden body.
Right.
Now, it seems the grains that you do enhance, really add to the character of the baby here, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. It's according to how the grain goes in the wood. Like this one has a knot right there, but when I get the face finished, or 90% finished, I can't stop because there's a spot on him. He just bumped his head.
And then you do put a finish on it, or no?
No, that has a finish. That has a one or two coats of polyurethane. Everybody wants one, you know, when you start doing something like this.
Now, did you start with toys like this, or did you?
I've done toys just for the grandkids, you know, and I test toys with them because if they can't break it, there ain't nobody can.
Oh.
These I didn't make for the kids. I just make them for kind of a decoration, you know.
Now,
but toys like this here, I make these here and just give them to the kids.
I see. Yes.
And there's little trucks. No, that one there I didn't make for the kids to play with.
This is more or less a collector's item here.
That there is made of cherry wood.
Cherry wood, it is beautiful.
And this one's black walnut. This one here's got the clutch and the brake, the steering wheel and the shifter and the crank and the whole works on it.
You remember when you first picked up your whittler or your carving knife? Or?
Yeah, when I was probably about 5 or 6 years old.
Now, these are pretty much the basic tools that you do work with, right?
Yeah, well, I got
the bandsaw
and a sander and a lathe and drill press.
All right.
I do a lot with an old chisel.
Although Joe's work with dolls has been going on for only about a year, his artistry and mastery of wood carvings is evident in other pieces we discovered throughout his home, like a beautiful crucifix he created back in 1980. This was his first attempt at carving faces. A bell carved from a single block of wood, complete with a working clanker. This piece was done over 25 years ago. There was a unique length of wooden chain with a ball placed in a box on the end from a single piece of wood. A craft he says was passed on to him by the late Mr. Reinbold, another woodcarver from AuSable.
Well, from the doll shop or the toy shop of Joe Hall here in the AuSable area, we see a lot of interesting and unique crafts coming from your workshop here, Joe. Thank you very much for appearing in Michigan Magazine.
Shelter Stories, an update of pets at animal shelters throughout Michigan. Before you buy, think about adopting first. Your best friend could be anxiously waiting for you. Shelter Stories is brought to you in part by Holistic Pampered Pets of West Branch, providing made-in-the-USA products, ensuring a healthier pet. Both cats and dogs are living a happier and longer life. Adopt a pet and get your first bag of pet food free. Holistic Pampered Pets at the Light in downtown West Branch. On today's Shelter Stories, we continue our visit to the Ogama County Humane Society Shelter, one of the newest in the state, to find out more about this week's adoptable pets and the newest success stories of Forever Families Found. How about your social presence? So if people want to know more about it, do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook account?
We do have a website. We do a lot on our Facebook lately. We've been posting a lot of the lost pets. People call, I lost my dog. We try and get a picture from them, we'll post on our Facebook, and then we have people that will just share, and it's amazing how many people you can reach, especially through Facebook.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a good tool to have.
Well, many people are viewing this and they're curious about, dogs and cat ownership. It's something that you really shouldn't take too lightly. I mean, this is a responsibility, isn't it, to take a dog or a pet?
We do once in a while get the person in here, I was just driving by and I need to have a pet. We try to get them to think about it a little more. We do offer, not with the cats, but with the dogs, a home visit.
Okay.
You put a $50 deposit down. You can take the dog home for a couple days, see how it works out, and then if you think that this is a good fit for your family, then you come back and adopt. And we have someone who wants to be interviewed right here. This is Diamond.
Hi, Diamond. Aw, that's a cute. Shelter Stories have been brought to you by Holistic Pampered Pets of West Branch, providing everything you'll need for a happier, healthier pet.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Well, thanks so much for joining us at Michigan Magazine. For more information on today's show, visit us online at michiganmagazine.com or facebook.com or twitter.com. And for more information on our vacation giveaways, go directly to michiganmagazinetv.webs.com. To enter to win, all you need is send your name, address, and phone number to Michigan Magazine, Box 503, Rose City, Michigan, 48654, or email us at iwatchmichiganmagazine@gmail.com. Include today's word of the day and receive 3 additional entries, and today's word of the day is squealers. That's that wonderful concoction of delicious filled sweetness topped with smoked bacon at Cops and Donuts City Bakery in Clare. Have a great week. We'll see you here next week for another edition of Michigan Magazine. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. Shopping for that special person just got easier when you shop at Rose City Drug at 2640 North M33, just south of the Rose City city limits. You'll find gifts for everyone on your list from 1 to 100. Shop online or in person at Rose City Drug, Rose City. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pole. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pole. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com. Clemix Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mile, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Clemix Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Clemix on Mapes Road, Mile.